So, hello everybody. It's Friday and it's the last of our top tips with Shelley from Diversion Green, and we are talking about food waste and composting. So today we are going to focus on offices and what you can do in the workplace to get composting and food waste sorted, because Ireland wastes something like 1 million tons a year of food. It's absolutely shocking. It's like top 3 of the greenhouse gassing causing problems. So we really need to get on this. It's the one thing that it was within our control. Transport, energy, that kind of stuff is harder, but this is something that we can all do something about it. So Shelley, what do you suggest if you're in an office?
Hi Sarah, thank you very much. I suppose if you're in an office, especially if you're in quite a large office, and if you have an interest, or maybe some of your co-workers actually have some interest or desire to maybe look at the recycling, the general waste and the bins in your office, I'd say my top tip would be firstly to go to your facilities. These are the people in the office that do the cleaning, they run the electricity, they do all the services for you, to see is there anybody that kind of is looking after the environmental area in the office. So check that out first. And if you do come across that, maybe you can put a green team together. It could be just you and one other person. Then you can figure out, does the office have a lot of food waste first? And then if you figure that out, and there is a bit of food waste, because if in offices mostly have a general bin and a recycling bin. So if your office doesn't have a brown bin for food, it's going to be ending up in the black bin. And if the food is ending up in the black bin, it's most likely going for landfill or to incineration. And if food ends up in landfill, then it's creating CO2 and methane into our atmosphere. That's something that we want to try and avoid and try and stop. So yeah, figure out, is there a lot of food waste in the office? And if you do come across a lot of food waste, especially if you're in an office with 1 or 100 people or 200 people, a lot of people are eating in the office these days and having teas and coffees, little canteen stations. So if you find there's a lot of food waste, you could install a brown bin. You could work with facilities to figure this out. So then you get a little green team going, you and 1 or 2 people, or you might have 4 or 5 people. I think a lot more people do want to kind of look after the food waste and become more responsible, and it's all about people participating as well. And I suppose most offices these days probably have some sort of green team or environmental policy, which is probably part of their health and safety sort of statement as well, to be green. So you could do that. So once you set up your team, you could install a brown bin into the office. So if they're getting a green collection and a black bin collection, they can get a brown bin collection. And then I suppose you could work again with facilities or management to highlight that they have this small green team going on, and to reach out to employees if you do have food waste, to show people how to use the brown bin. And what you could do is you could get myself from Diversion Green to give workshops to the staff, how to use brown bins, how to compost, how to segregate properly. Sarah from Earthology can come in also to teach people about this similar topic as me, and she could do some sustainable work with the staff. So it's all about collaborating together and participating. If you have an office of 1 or 200 people, everybody's eating, like Sarah said. It's something we can all do. It's all in our control. We all eat every single day, 3 meals a day, most of us. So it's something that's so tangible that we can all do. It's something we can all make a change. As Sarah said, it's sometimes harder. The bigger things are out of our control, like the big emissions, the energy, the transport, the logistics, all that stuff. It's a bit harder for us, but we can all definitely bring down this food waste mountain in Ireland. I think a great place to start is in the office. And then you could make a bit of change, and you can add it to your green policy. You can have environmental green policy for the office. So they're my sort of top tips. So yeah, get involved, speak to facilities, decide what you need, look at what your existing practices. So yeah, have you anything else to add?
Yeah, I think
Sarah?
that's great. Yeah, no, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that again, going back to these guys, like the little just in terms of, in your tea and coffee area, whether you're a big office or a small office, and however you segregate your waste, especially if you're a small office, these are great just to put in. Certainly a lot of the time it's banana peels, fruit and the stuff, or maybe uneaten stale bread, tea bags, all those kind of things, just to put in the bag. And ones like this generally have it's a little, you have the thing on the back which tells you what goes into it, but yeah,
they're brilliant.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you
Great.
can have a little sign up in the kitchen what goes into it, and to tell people that they are, you know, saving, you know, CO2 going up into the, and methane, which is a lot worse, because that's what happens to the food waste if it gets to landfill, right? It creates more methane, which is 25 times more powerful than CO2. So we definitely need to and can do something about food waste. So I hope this week everybody's learnt a few tips from myself and Shelley. And hopefully we will see you all again. So check out Diversion Green Facebook page and their website. I'll put the links to Shelley's details in the notes. And we will talk to you again soon. Thanks. Bye.